Hi guys!
Hello.
Hey, welcome back to the Sisters Corner. I'm Alyssa.
I'm Holly.
And we are here bringing to you Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 6.
I think. Yeah.
Yes, no, it's Episode 6. Yeah.
May.
So our couples at this point have been married for
Like
5 days. Yeah. They're still on their honeymoon, so let's get into it with our couples.
Guys, I am done. Just done. But let's get into it.
Okay.
Done.
So let's dive in with Steve and Noi. Don't really have much to say on them this week.
Me too. I don't think so.
They're in their own bubble. I think they're getting on really, really well. They're
Right.
cute. I mean, I think this episode was focused about the couples doing adventurous things. Or
For
things
sure.
that they've
Like
not...
doing things together on the honeymoon. Because I know that we've quite seen them like doing things as a group. But this was a time for each of the couple to actually get away or get into like a smaller group and have conversations about themselves and how they're evolving and trying new things. I think they went to this... Was that a stream? Because that was a little dirty, but okay.
I don't know what it was,
that.
but it was definitely something.
They're cute. They're
cute.
doing well. I just realized that Steve is actually the oldest guy on the show. He's 38. He looks so good. Like
Yeah,
I didn't. Yeah, he looks so good.
Asian raisin.
Don't knock it.
What I will say is, I think she doesn't know how to swim or she's scared of water or something.
Right.
But anyways, in this episode, I like the way he approached her in terms of trying to get her to learn new things.
Right.
And I think it was a big contrast with the way Olajuwon approaches things with Katina, and we'll discuss it.
Yeah, we'll get into that. So I think they're good.
Yeah.
I think apart from Steve ain't got no job, he ain't got no job. That's gonna be a problem, okay? Because it looks as if, especially when you're an immigrant, right? I think a job creates like this sense of stability, and I think she's gonna find that difficult when they get back to reality. I definitely think that will come up.
Yeah.
But right now they're still going swimmingly. I think they're cute together, and I do think that I enjoy their banters. I enjoy the patience that they have towards each other. I think it's just gonna be an order in the... Sorry guys, I hope it will be an order in the road. But yeah, I'm excited to see how they continue to evolve. We only saw them for like 2 minutes this episode, so sorry guys, there's not really that much to say.
That much.
Yeah,
that's it for Steve and Noi.
So let's move to
Mark and Lindsey.
Marky.
I like that after their big poop fight last episode,
not the poop,
because that's the only thing I got from that argument, was that they were able to speak in the night and squash the beef and go.
And it's so amazing that when Lindsey is not drunk, when she's not on that booze fest, she actually has good skills. Like she's very, very relatable.
She's got people skills, she's got conflict resolution skills.
Absolutely.
Like we said, when she's not drunk,
she's she's
sober minded.
Absolutely. So I was so surprised with the way they ended the conversation and getting some form of resolution going. And I think she actually took on board some of the things that he said later on in the episode as we went along. But because that's not naturally who she is, I think my only worry is how long can she sustain this for? I think she did try to take it on, but I don't know how she can sustain it for. She loves this guy. Well, right now I think she really likes him. She's listening to him. She's ready to take him and all the cats in the village in and all the bed bugs in the city. She's ready to have all of them, you know?
Yeah, rightly, like you said, she's taking everything that he's, giving to her on board. I think for me, the main thing that I pulled out from this episode is, I think another issue might be Mark's inability to receive help. So in this episode, Mark was, or Lindsey revealed to us that Mark's mother figure, and I think she's the one from the wedding that gave Lindsey the t-shirt, the cheerleading t-shirt. Oh, it's not her.
That's Olajuwon's second mom. You've missed it.
Oh, is it? Well, okay, I think I've mixed it up. Yeah. Okay, so
Lindsey, Mark, we only saw his friend.
Okay, you're right. I mixed it up. Yeah. So Mark's mother figure / landlady, basically in the middle of their honeymoon,
she's in love with him. Can I put that in there?
She's been pestering him non-stop and has apparently changed his lease to not include cats. And him and Lindsey in total have 5 cats. But I love the way Lindsey was supportive. She was like, this is an us problem. Yeah. She was saying, we're in this together. This is how we're going to handle it. And I think it dawned on him. He was like, he said, I appreciate that she's there for me, but it's something that I'm gonna have to get used to, that somebody's there for me.
But I kind of see where Mark is coming from. If you think about it, it's just in 1 week.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
There's all this help coming from a stranger saying,
it's overwhelming.
It must be overwhelming. I would feel the same way.
Yeah.
And especially when you're so used. Mark is what, 37?
Yeah.
Like all your life you've been looking after yourself. It's a lot to expect. And you're also used to like helping other people. You're not used to being on the other end of this
so I think that's gonna be an adjustment.
It's gonna be an adjustment for him. She has to let him come. She has to let that come to him as well.
Naturally.
And then the problem is also that as much as they're having a good time now, Mac already sees one or two things about Lindsey that is like, I don't know. So it's kind of maybe also a little bit worried at the back of his mind that, do I want to literally be putting all my eggs in this Lindsey basket? She could be drunk and drive my eggs.
It's true, yeah.
So I definitely see why it might be a little bit hesitant. I would be too, because Lindsey is a lot. And do you want to, someone that will come up at the middle of a conversation and say, oh, you poop around and you do, like, do you really want to, like...
I agree, and I think that's the best way to approach it. And I love that he's self-aware. He said that one of my biggest issues is receiving help. Self-awareness. Right. We love a self-aware king. But I think at the same time he's being realistic and not diving in with both feet.
For sure.
So that's the best way to approach it.
Mate, did you see the scene where they were drinking the champagne when they were talking about the red box and moving in? Did you see the way Mark held the cup of the champagne? That's one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. I love it. Mark, he held the... You could see the way he gripped it like he was gonna let it break. I was actually scared for the champagne.
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
That was hilarious to be honest. This guy definitely is not a champagne glass guy, but Mark is funny, Lindsey's funny. I see why they match them. I think if Lindsey, I think we said this last week, if she can just tone it down a notch or two, they are actually compatible. They can actually blend into each other's life and fit into each other's life.
I think they complement each other.
I really
sober Lindsey and Mark complement
I
each
think
other
they
really
do.
well.
And to be honest, I don't think he wants her to be sober all the time. It would be great, but I'm saying don't be drunk 90% of the time. That's just what he doesn't want, right? But he just wants someone that sometimes you can be mellow. I can have conversation with you. I can rely on you.
You can't be on 124/7.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see how they continue to move forward. But I don't know. This couple, I really don't know. I think
for me, for now, I like how they're progressing.
Yeah.
I think they're progressing naturally. For me, I worry about couples that just hit it off immediately and there's no bumps in the road.
Right.
It's fire immediately.
Yeah, so for me, I agree with you that I do worry about couples that like they are on a 100 from the jump. I think it's good to have that slow burn story thing going. It's always great. But I'm just looking at fundamentally what Lindsey is. Not even the bumps that they've hit. If Lindsey was like sober 80-90% of the time and they had these bumps, I would still be like, oh, they're a great couple, they'll get over it. But because I feel like Lindsey might not be able to sustain who she was in this episode all the time, that's what concerns me, right? Time will tell. I love the fact that at the table when the whole Alyssa Christian again was going on, I love the fact that she didn't jump in. She just let the conversation.
She restrained herself.
She really restrained
herself.
You could
physically see that she was restraining herself.
She was doing everything. Like she was giggling. She was just like, I don't want to get involved in this, but she really restrained. And I think even Mark pointed that out to her, and I love the fact that he did that. He told her something he loved that she did, and I hope that also is something that she takes away and say, okay,
positive reinforcement.
Exactly, positive reinforcement.
Okay, so that's it for Mark and Lindsey. All right, moving on to.
Do you want to do Michael and Jasmine?
Okay, let's do Michael and Jasmine.
Jasmine, I don't like this guy. Jasmine, like, you don't like the guy.
The reason why we don't see that she doesn't like Michael so much is because of the whole drama with Alyssa overshadowing.
I think that's why.
But honestly, Jasmine and Alyssa are in the same boat.
They are.
And what even solidified it for me was when Katina Jasmine and Alyssa met up just to speak to Alyssa about, okay, what's going on? Where are you at right now? And anybody that agrees with Alyssa is a red flag for me.
You gotta give them a side eye.
And Jasmine was like, oh, I'm gonna have to align myself
because it was only Katina in that conversation that was actually asking Alyssa, even though she was not being forceful about a question, but she was asking legit questions,
and pointing things out.
Yeah.
Jasmine was
because she can relate.
She can relate. And
That's
she
why.
said in her confession, she was like, I'm gonna have to align with Alyssa because from day one she was screwed.
As I said.
So I was like,
that's how
you know
feel.
when you're talking about somebody else, but you're really talking about yourself.
You're projecting.
Yeah.
Really back here.
Anyone that aligns with Alyssa,
I don't think she likes. I don't think she's attracted to Michael. I think she's struggling to be attracted to him. I feel like at the beginning maybe she was like 60% attracted and she was hoping to be won over.
Yeah.
At this stage in the marriage, I think she's probably like 20% attracted to him. Because even when they kissed in the water stuff, the way her hands, her body posture was just not given what it needed to be.
She's being very, very hostile when Katina and Olajuwon met up with Michael and Jasmine. You can see the intimacy between Katina and Olajuwon. And Jasmine, I kid you not, literally looked like she had a stick up her arm.
Yeah.
She was so rigid. She was very hostile.
Yeah.
And just, you know, when they were talking
and I feel like in her head, she's thinking that this marriage is not working because of Michael.
It's
but
a
the marriage,
problem.
but the marriage is not working because of her.
It's
like it's you. You're the one that you're not even allowing. You're not giving this marriage any room to grow. Like I'm not saying that Michael doesn't have his faults. I'm not saying that he didn't do whatever you said he did. Like we don't know. But from what we can see, your whole demeanor is showing that you are actually you don't want to be in this marriage. And you just haven't found a way to express that yet. And I'm even worried that the more she finds out about him, I feel like the less attracted she's gonna get. That's what I'm worried about. That's just it.
She's not giving him, like you said, she's not giving him room to grow. She's not giving the marriage grace to evolve.
Nothing.
Even when they went on their own little excursion. He was doing all the talking, finding things to talk about.
She was just like, She's giving me like pretty girl boring vibes because I really thought she was pretty. I love when people are pretty and then they have a personality, and I really thought she had.
I really thought she had a comedic personality after the wedding, but I have not seen that side of her
lately. And I don't know.
Yeah, she's just so fixated on the fact that Michael is pessimistic,
said this
and the fact that
you're being pessimistic. The fact that you're focusing on the negative yourself says you're being pessimistic, and it's even like it's becoming more glaring that you have no relationship experience either, because that's the vibe I'm getting in some of these conversations that she's having with him. I don't get a lot of listening skills. I don't get a lot of listening to understand skills. I get a lot of I'm listening and I'm going to reply. I don't get a lot of empathy or sympathy going on. I feel like Michael needs, I don't think, Michael is what, 26, 28? Michael, you didn't need to be on the show. You need to go to therapy.
You need therapy.
Yeah, you need therapy, brother.
He needed therapy.
And I agree with that. That's what you needed. You need therapy to get over, not get over, but learn to manage. Because some of the traumas that he's gone through, they're real stuff, and nobody can tell you get over it. And I felt like that's the attitude she's been having with him, like get over it. But he needs to go and learn how to manage that. And there's no woman that's gonna complete you or make that feel less or make that go away. You need to learn how to work on that yourself.
With Michael and Jasmine at this point, they're very, very boring.
Yeah, very dull. Very
it's
dull.
Like watching.
She's very dull. She's very dull.
Watching.
He's even trying to like blah, blah, blah. She just gives him like ooh.
Yeah. All right, that's it for them. Let's move on to Katina and Olajuwon. Actually, my fave.
I feel like every week, like, and I know, don't get me like. So when I say someone is my fave couple, it's not because they're two perfect people. They're two people that I see their potential growing every week, and I also see like I'm seeing more of their individual personalities more, and that's why they're my favorite. But is Olajuwon still a mess? Yeah. Can we trust him? I don't know.
My guy. So
walk us through the shenanigans.
Their episode, so their excursion or adventurous date,
right?
They went horse riding. So we have on one hand Olajuwon that's adventurous, and he's somebody that wants to jump out of the plane and do new things, and he wants to go 1,000 miles per hour. And then on the other hand, we have Katina, who's a bit more cautious, apprehensive about not necessarily trying new things, but things that could necessarily kill me, that could potentially kill me. I'm a bit stressed, I'm a bit cautious, I'm a bit nervous.
For sure.
So they went on horse riding, and before they went on the horse riding, she expressed that she's not comfortable with this, she's scared, blah, 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 blah. As they started the horse riding, he wants to gallop and run for the hills, and she's like,
pace it. And the problem was that the
horse was following
his horse has to be the leading horse, because the other horse follows what he... Just the state of their marriage, basically.
You know how Olajuwon is like, I gotta push you and push you and push you because I want to get you out of your comfort zone. That's great, but you need to listen to your wife when she says, I am not comfortable with something. I don't think it should get to the point where she's so agitated before you pull back.
And the thing is, who are you to be testing somebody that you've just known in a week? Like, brother, like, take a chill pill. And I understand that with this experiment, because it's just 8 weeks, you feel like a lot of things have to be a little bit fast paced, but you also have to remember that you have the whole of your life to learn about each other and grow and, you know, just get more comfortable with each other. So there's some things that you shouldn't start to, because if that was me, that could almost be like a red flag for me. You don't listen. You actually don't listen. And the thing is, with something like a horseback riding or whatever, it's a very dangerous.
There was no helmet. There was no safety.
Nothing.
It just takes one wrong thing for her to be toppled over.
Yeah, so you need to learn how to listen.
So I think so she said to him, like, I get trying to push me out of my comfort zone, but you need to listen when I've expressed that I don't like something or that I'm anxious.
For sure.
Just listen understand my boundaries. And that's why I said the way Steve approached Noi with the whole swimming thing, he made her feel safe and secure, right? He was like, I've got you. He kept complimenting her.
He even lifted her, like, dip.
But with Olajuwon and Katina, the horseback riding,
and I feel like Olajuwon thinks that, and this is what he will still learn in his marriage as it goes along. It's like, oh, if she's not doing something, then she's gonna hold him back. Because
that's what he said in his confession.
I want somebody to hold me back.
I'm gonna live my life.
I was like, nah, bruh. Do you want to be married, or do you want to live your life? Like, let's get it straight. Which one do you want to do?
And the two are not mutually.
They're not. There's a compromise. There's a good middle ground. There's a good, and over time, she would, when she has more experience with you and she has more history with you, and that she will know things that she can trust you to, you know, to say, oh, we're doing this together. I trust that my husband can lead me in this. But whatever you're doing, it's not good leadership skills.
It's not good. That's it. Leadership skills.
It's not good leadership skills.
And just there was no positive reinforcement. There's no baby. You're doing well. I'm so proud of you.
And even at
look at my queen.
Well, at the end of the horseback riding, when they had a conversation, they sat down. He ended that particular scene saying, oh, I'm gonna push you though. Like, it feels that I don't understand. What is your problem with testing people and pushing people? You're the one that needs to be tested. You're the one that has Isaac on the street. You're the one that we need to be worried about.
I mean, she doesn't come across as a complacent, lazy person, but
she don't.
Olajuwon just needs to understand boundaries, right?
But I do have to give it to him that he did self-correct in the same episode. I felt like he self-corrected on those things.
That's becoming a pattern, though. He does things, and then he self-corrects.
Right.
So it makes me wonder, do you already know that you're doing something wrong and you're just doing it for the sake of clout?
That's a good point.
Or like you say, I'm testing this person.
That's a good point.
Because every single episode he steps out, he does something wrong.
Right.
And then he self-corrects.
Well, he's self-correcting. He's recalibrating himself. Because brother is trying something.
Dude,
yeah, that's what happened with them. When they had the conversation with Mike and Jasmine, well, he talked about basically the horseback riding thing. So I guess maybe she must have told him that, girl, boy, you can't be doing stuff like that. I will punch you one of these days. Okay, you can't talk.
And
to
I
me
see
like
that happening very soon.
Yeah, I see that happening very soon. And they, I think they squashed it. What happened again? That was it with them.
That was it with them.
The other scenes were just with them at the table with
other groups,
Alyssa
with
and
other couples.
I guess we can talk about them now.
Okay, so we can just move on to our final couple.
The only couple of the episode, guys.
Chris
the episode is
Alyssa.
90 minutes long. I promise you, we probably spent a good 65 minutes on this too. No joke. Like I promise you.
Hello.
Hello.
911? Yeah, this is Alyssa speaking. I want to report a crazy guy that's just doing crazy hand gestures. He's being so aggressive with the hand gestures. Look at him.
It might be
He's a used car salesman that sells houses. He's just so disgusted and is threatening. He's threatening my life with hand gestures. That's honestly how I felt in the beginning of the episode.
Guys, Alyssa, this is a PSA. You're not a good person. Like, girl, you probably don't know, and nobody ever told you this.
Alyssa,
you are not a good person.
Tell me.
You're not a good person.
Tell me you've never been around black people without telling me you haven't been around black people. If you are calling Chris's hand gestures aggressive,
imagine
us.
I know, because we're always like this. I don't understand. This would have done.
And the funny thing is, Chris was like,
crazy.
"Oh, look at that building.
It's so beautiful. I love the architect." And then if you look at this, and she's
she's calling aggressive. Girl,
no,
you need to be checked into a mental institution.
Mental. She's mental.
Absolutely
like
mental.
I feel like so somebody said something to me, or I read this somewhere, that there are two people in life, right? There are people that are genuinely good people, but they have bad moments, right?
Yeah.
And there are people that are bad people, but they have good moments. But there's something that is fundamentally who you are, and at different times you can kind of like sprout different characteristics. Alyssa is just a bad person, and she has good moments. Like she has
Which
to obviously
good
know that.
moment has she had?
When she rescues the animal, I figured it out for her, and that's why she thinks she's a good person.
Is that what we're...
Yeah. That's what she thinks. That's why she thinks she's a good person.
Does she really rescue animals?
I don't know. She could be slaughtering those animals for all we know. I don't know. But I feel like, because I was trying to look at where she must have gotten that. But you know, people that rescue animals, there's this like image of them being like, oh, self-love. And I feel like that's why she thinks she's a good person. That's the only reason why I feel like this girl could think that she's a good person. Because, girl, there's nothing. And this is not even production. Like, we can't even say, oh, production is editing. Like, oh, you're sprouting a lot of things that it's a mess. If I was your friend, I feel like I promise you, if I was a friend, when she's done from the show, I probably would not be a friend. I would
really not be friends with her because this is fundamentally who you are. So I think the experts, I don't know whether they stepped in behind the scenes, but they said that they had to reinforce to this couple the whole process of the experiment, right? So now Alyssa was kind of forced to participate in a tennis game with Chris. My girl came with flip-flops.
She did that intentionally.
She came with flip-flops
to play long tennis. You're gonna come with flip-flops to play.
You're gonna then sit across from this guy and now be a gaslighter and say to him, don't tell me that I haven't been putting effort into this process. Don't tell me that I haven't been putting effort. I'm a good person.
Guys, this is probably like the sit they had after they were playing the tennis. She was saying, like, I promise you, only one of our bum chick was probably on the seat.
Yeah.
The way she felt they need to be so far away from this guy, like, and I keep saying this, like, I don't understand why. So what is, and I think maybe what she doesn't understand is just, we're still probably gonna crucify you that you're not attracted to him, which is fine. But what you're doing is even worse.
It's even worse. That's what Katina was trying to tell her. That's what Lindsey was trying to tell her that, not Lindsey, but Katina was trying to tell her that you're not attracted to this guy. So just tell him, because the what's even worse is Chris doesn't know it. Well, he knows, but he must know. But At the end of the day, he still doesn't know. He's probably he's guessing, right?
He's guessing.
You haven't
the
told
producers
him.
probably already hinted it.
You haven't told him outright that this is how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
You just kept saying our differences, and then when he called you out and said, "Name one difference," you were like,
producers. She really must have pissed them off because they're not playing with her.
And she was like,
and leaking every secret she has.
And then she was like, "I'm not in the right frame of mind. I can't think." So if the basis of your decision is that we don't have our differences are too much, our values, our beliefs, our morals, things don't. It should be at the forefront of your mind. You don't even need 5 seconds to start. Like if somebody was to sit me down and say, "Name 5 things about Alyssa," it will just roll off my tongue.
For sure.
Because it's at the forefront of my mind. But he called you out, and you were just like,
"Name it.
You were nasty like it." So the basis of this episode, or their scene, was you know how the honeymoon is wrapping up and they need to move into the provided apartment that the show gives them. So the thing is, Chris is ready to continue with the process, not just for the experience, but actually participate in the process. And he wants to move in the property. And her argument is, well, I also want to move into the property because I don't want to miss out on the experience. I want to be there with my friends, with my girls. When they call
the experience.
When they call to hang out, I don't want to be an hour away.
This girl is mad. That's what you call your mad.
Alyssa did. This is not a sorority house.
This is it. Really is funny.
So then she comes up with this perfect plan that he can be in the apartment for half of the process, and then she'll take the second half. Is she not crazy?
Yeah.
So Chris was like, every time you keep talking about experience, you're talking about the friends and the people.
You're not talking about
us. As much as I love you guys, I'm not here for you.
I love when he said that. Thank you.
I'm not here for you guys. I'm not here to make friends.
That was at the dinner table.
And that's the thing. You're not here to make friends. It's
we're not
friends at first sight.
No, it ain't.
It's not sorority at first sight. It's not sisters. It's married at first sight.
Go bye.
So what makes you think in your right mind
you're gonna come here? She's homeless.
You're gonna move into an apartment just so that you can hang around with Jasmine, Katina, and Lindsey, who don't even like you.
Don't call Lindsey. Listen, don't.
No, but I'm just saying, these people are actually not even your friends. They don't like you. Yeah, Alyssa's homeless.
She's homeless.
Because for you to be that adamant to move into a basic apartment,
I feel like there should be a jail for people that gaslight. She needs to go to a jail. Because she is rude. She's a gaslighter. She is a hater. She got bad vibes. She's a liar. She just lies until the lies come flying. And then she cries. Like, yo, why are you crying?
Oh, she doesn't just cry. She will say, I'm not gonna sit here and have you portray me as I'm not doing my best. This is character assassination, and because of that, I'm gonna walk away.
Goodbye. Bye. Be gone. Okay?
Shoot!
Oh, you know that girl that does tomato.
Shoot!
That's how
Holy
water, honestly. This relationship is done. I hope when they get back to Boston, I hope the expert even just scatter this.
I want them to ask her first and not Chris.
Yeah.
Because because what she's looking for is for Chris to say that I don't want to do this anymore, and then she will use that as an excuse and hold
he's the one.
Yeah. So I really hope when Pastor Cal is meeting them next week,
I want them to ask her first.
Do you want a divorce? Yeah, they need to ask her first.
And do you want a divorce, not an experience? They need to be clear, because she might say no to a divorce because she wants to continue the experience. Yeah. So y'all better be clear.
And she needs to do it on camera. None of this. I want to have a private discussion.
We don't want that either. No. We're in the process, so we're all gonna be in it. So I don't know, guys. Next week I'm excited to see, because now the couples are moving in. We're gonna have the moving in party soon. So I'm excited to see all of that, because you can expect more drama. I hope that they take Chris and Alyssa away, because I feel like it's taking time away from the other couples. We're not getting to see how their relationships are really truly evolving.
Agreed.
I feel like so I really want to see that, because I don't know a lot about Stephen Noy, but I want to know a little bit more. So, but I'm excited to see the couples move in and how everything else plays out in the next couple of weeks. But it should be good. So join us, guys. Please like the video, subscribe. Guys, our goal for this year, we just need 200 subscribers. Just
we want to grow, guys.
We want to grow.
And we're giving
just
you
200,
content.
And we get more content to come this year. So, you know, guys, like it, share it, subscribe. Encourage us.
Encourage us, yes.
Thanks everyone.
Guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.